Welcome folks, welcome everybody to the beautiful Waterford City. We're here in the southeast of Ireland and it's located in the province of Munster, also known as Dacia. The Dacia. It is the oldest city in Ireland and it's the fifth most populated city in the Republic of Ireland according to the 2022 census. 60,079 live in the city and a wider metropolitan population of 82,963 people. Now Waterford is a Viking city and the name comes from the Old Norse Weather Fjord. The Irish name is Port Larga, meaning Lara's Port. Port Lara, meaning Lara's Port. And the Vikings first settled here in 853, but were driven out in 902 by the native Irish. But they re-established themselves in Waterford here in 914. Now Waterford's medieval defence walls and fortifications include the 13th century Reginals Tower, and this is it right here, Reginals Tower, and it's the oldest civic building in Ireland. And it is the only urban monument in Ireland to retain a Norse or Viking name. Reginals Tower. It was built by the Anglo-Normans after the conquest of Waterford, replacing an earlier Viking fortification. It's 54 feet high. Its horizontal cross-section is circular, as you can see, and it is 42.5 feet in diameter and is surmounted by a conical roof. Now Waterford is known for its former glass-making industry, including the world-famous Waterford Crystal Factory, which is just down the street here in the area known as the Mall. And including obviously the world-famous Waterford Crystal Factory with decorated glass being manufactured in the city from 1783 until early 2009. Today it is a visitor centre and a museum and located at the City Viking Quarter, which is where we are right now. So it's just up the street is the Waterford Crystal Factory. In 2010 they resumed production under new ownership. Now the city of Waterford is situated at the Waterford Harbour and the River Suir, or Suir if you like, and which flows through Waterford City. It's provided a basis for the city's long maritime history. Waterford Port has been one of Ireland's major ports for over a millennium, so over 1,000 years. And in the 19th century, shipbuilding was a major industry. The owners of the Neptune shipyard, the Malcolmsons family, built and operated the largest fleet of iron steamers in the world between the mid-1850s and the late 1860s, including 5 transatlantic passenger liners. Just looking at the beautiful views here, looking over Waterford Harbour. Some lovely boats, river cruise, Colleen, Dacia. That boat right there, let me zoom in. Colleen, Dacia. Beautiful day here for November morning. Really is beautiful. The sun is shining, blue skies, so it really is terrific. It's fantastic. Now Waterford's oldest public house, obviously not too far from here as well, T&H Doolan's, has acted as a licensed premises since the 18th century, but the premises is believed to be closer to over 500 years old. And the pub structure includes one of the original city walls, almost 1,000 years old, which can be viewed in the larger area of the building. Now we've had a lot of notable people from the city of Waterford, including the great Val Doonican, a great singer, songwriter and a TV host, TV presenter in the UK, but he's originally from Waterford City. Another look at the tower here. Just zoom back out here for a minute. I say Reginals Tower, the oldest structure here in Waterford City. And Gilbert O'Sullivan, another great singer, songwriter, Gilbert O'Sullivan, also from Waterford City. Brendan Boyer, the Irish show band. He performed for many, many years on the Strip, in many different hotels on the Strip in Las Vegas. And believe it or not, Elvis Presley was a big fan of Brendan Boyer. He used to imitate Elvis a lot, and Elvis would go and watch his performances on numerous occasions. Now, Thomas Francis Meagher is also from Waterford, and he was an Irish nationalist and leader of the Young Irelanders in the rebellion of 1848. After being convicted of sedition, he was sentenced to death, but then he received transportation for life to Van Diemen's Land, which is now Tasmania. In 1852, he escaped and made his way to the United States, where he settled in New York City. And he studied law, and he worked as a journalist as well. And he travelled to present lectures on the Irish cause. And in the American Civil War, Meagher joined the US Army and rose to the rank of Brigadier General. This is Thomas Francis Meagher right here on the horse. But following the Civil War, in the American Civil War, he joined the US Army and he rose to the rank of Brigadier General. And following the Civil War, Meagher was appointed Montana Territorial Secretary of State and then Governor of the state of Montana by President Andrew Johnson. And in 1867, Meagher drowned in the Missouri River after falling from a steamboat at Fort Benton, Montana. But some say he was murdered. So what a life this man led, as I say, from being a prisoner and been sentenced to life imprisonment to Van Diemen's Land in Tasmania, to escape in 1852, make his way to New York, become a lawyer and a journalist, and join the Civil War and the US Army, and as I say, making all the way to Brigadier General, and then being appointed as Governor of Montana. The lovely Tower Hotel right here in Waterford. Another look at the Reginals Tower. I'm just going to go over when the traffic lays down a little bit. I'm going to go over here for a second, just take a look at what they have to say about Reginals Tower. Here's the town line, also known as Dundurry, a word of origin meaning the Fort of Oak. It's the only monument in Ireland named in honour of a Viking, possibly Ragnall or Reginald, the founder of the city in 914. Following the fall of the city to the Anglo-Normans, 2 Viking leaders were executed here. Prince John of England landed at Waterford and organised the rebuilding of the defences of the old Viking city, including this tower. John established a mint in this tower. John's grandson Edward I ordered that this tower be used to imprison anyone trying to defraud the mint that he established in Waterford. I could go on and on, but you can read it there. I'll just zoom in so you can read it. The history of Reginals Tower, as I say, the oldest building, and the oldest building in Waterford. It's the oldest civic building in Ireland and the only urban monument in Ireland to retain a Norse or Viking name. So there you go, folks. Reginals Tower.